Nikki Diaries on the 17th of June 2025. Part 2 of it. I didn't have a title before, but then actually no, I'll keep this title for this recording, which is I'm giving it the name as Blinded by My Emotions. Can you believe I just came off the phone to my cutes? For the first time, he's really opened up to me about the loss of his baby boy. Like you heard me ranting on that first part, which I've chopped up. Well, actually, am I going to chop it up or am I going to upload it as well? No, I think I'm just going to upload it. I'm not going to chop it up. But you saw me ranting about him not wanting to go nowhere or do anything and ret-a-tete. Why in the, 8-9 months since I've been with him, I have ended it 2 times. Because one of those where he just doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to spend quality time or whatnot. Never did I once think to myself on a serious thing that maybe he didn't want to be going out anywhere because he was triggered, because everywhere he looked he was seeing babies, more so baby boys. How so, please? How so? I've thought about everything from, you know what I mean, remembering when the dates of when he was born and when he passed, and just trying to be supportive, loving, caring. But the main factor, the biggest of it all, is I never once saw until me having that conversation with him, which prior to having that conversation with him a minute ago, as I was walking up home, it just came into my head. Like God just said, Nikki, have you taken the time to really think about why he may not want to be going out anyway? And that it's not about you. And that it's not about him not wanting to go out with you. No. He's in mourning and he's being triggered every minute of every day, having lost his precious baby boy. Like, duh. I never thought of that, guys. And I feel so damn bad. Why? Because I've been up in my feelings, up in my emotions. Just expecting, you know what I mean? Like the normalness of what couples do, go out. But forgetting this is a first time scenario of a seriousness, and the first time of being in a relationship with someone that's lost a child. The same way it's the first time for him losing a child. We're both going through first, but he's the one that's going through it. Like, and I never once clocked that maybe that is why he doesn't want to go out. Or if I think if I did, I didn't really think the deepness of it. I don't know. I just didn't. And don't get me wrong, it's not about just going out, just wanting to spend time with him. And him just wanting to go to work 95% of the time. But then at the same time, that's helping to keep him sane, so to speak. That's helping him not have to think so much. But again, there's me thinking, he's just not giving me time. No. And why is that? Because I've got my own healing process, my own growing up and receiving or feeling or having what they call, I don't know, maybe abandonment issues, or feeling rejected, or just not having those that I want around me, showing me love. There's a whole load of healing, because I'm not calling myself damaged goods no more. I once used that a lot. But someone said, you're not damaged goods. You're on a healing process. Healing from all that pain, all that lack of love, all of that. Yeah, not feeling worthy. So, it's deep, but I do know my cutie. I said to him I was trying not to be stubborn. I was adamant I weren't going to call him. I even told him about me doing the recording, which I'm going to send to him and see what he thinks before I share it. If he doesn't want me to share it, I'll just keep it on private, because, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to be saying anything that will hurt him. Not at all, because I love him too much. I do. He came off the phone and he said thank you. He was saying thank you. He's glad that I called and that he misses me. And when is he going to see me? And then me and my stubborn self. Well, I will see you when you decide to come and see me. And again, but didn't I say that? I said that the other day on my Nikki Diaries audio. I said that I wonder if, he's not wanting to come to the house because of the baby boys. And both of them were boys. Both of them were boys. When I had my cousin staying here. They were both boys. And so, even though they was just, you know what I mean, they're here visiting. But that was enough. Him seeing those boys for the first time, that killed him. He wasn't able to come back to this house. He wasn't able to come back to his house. Did I really take that on? No. Though I did, but I didn't. Which is maybe again why he's never ever asked me, why he's never asked me to I forgot what I was gonna say. But so seeing those, seeing the baby boys was too much for him. So I get it. But he came off the phone and he said he misses me and that he loves me, which is rare for him to be open and say that. But I felt it like he did mean it. And I love the fact that he's been open. I said to him, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. I'm not making allowances for all of how you've been. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be so hard on you because, like I said, you're going through your deepness of your loss and all of it is deep. But still, I have to still bear my feelings. I have to, what's the word, bear my feelings. No, I have to take my feelings into account as well. And he said, I know, he knows. And he's not having me up for feeling how I'm feeling. And he is very calm, cool and collective. And he does hold all that he's got going on inside well. And he said he shared with someone today the loss of his baby boy. And they couldn't believe it. Of course you can't. It's deep. You can't. He would have been a year Just over a year now. 6 weeks old, the baby boy was taken. It breaks my heart, mate. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And I'm annoyed with myself for how hard I've been on him. But then I still can't beat myself up. I still have to take my feelings into account a little bit, you know. But if he had been honest or open with me and shared with me, that's why he didn't want to, or that's why he wanted me to always come to him. It was a trigger coming here that time and seeing my cousins, baby boys. Or that when he was out, or when he goes outside, is triggering. Though you might think, well, no, you should know. Well, why should I know? I've never experienced this before. Communication's key. And that's the thing, he loves to talk. So that's how I know it is deep, extra deep, because he just never shared it with me. He's kept it. Whether he shared it with anyone else, I don't know, but yeah. Had I known, I would have been, definitely, I would have fixed up, as in taking that into account and just never stressing and moaning and getting upset about me wanting him to come to see me, and just going with it, you know what I mean? Letting him be the head and I be the tail. Because there's nothing wrong with that. He's going through something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. And if it weren't for work tomorrow, I would have jumped in an Uber now and gone down there, even though I said to him that yeah, he's pushed me away in that. We're over. But that isn't what I want. And I feel like I've been drawn even closer, more closer to him now that he's opened up, and that I've had a reality check of, Nikki, you've been too in your emotions and not really thinking about what he's going through. He's lost a child. No one, unless you've lost a child, can understand that. And don't get me wrong, when you have miscarriages and ectopic pregnancies, those are still a loss, definitely. But it still does not compare. And I'm not trying to compare, but I believe there's a deeper, more loss. It's more deep when the child was actually alive. Here. God delivered them into the world, and then the next minute they're gone. How can you comprehend that? More so for a man, because we know how men just don't talk about these things. They don't. And my cutie is a prime example of that. This is the first time he has opened up through me calling and sharing my feelings. And me not being impressed with him, not coming down again. And then that's how we got more onto the topic. And then, yeah, he shared with me that he's triggered, and it kills him every time that he sees a baby boy. And babies are everywhere. Every minute I'm triggered by seeing babies. And I don't even have my twins yet, that God will bless us with, by God's grace. Amen. So, how can it... I don't even want to imagine how it is for him. That's the real fact right there. I can't even imagine. And have I told him about me having to move? No. Why? because he's never asked me about my living situation, even though I've mentioned it, but he's never asked me like what's going on. So I've not mentioned it because I don't want to. That's just me anyway. I don't like feeling like I'm a burden, and even though I speak about it on my Nikki Diaries, that's just what I do in it. But it's Well, he knows already. He did once ask me, would you move back to South? And I said, yes, I would, for you cutes. Would I have liked us to have rented a place together? Definitely. Would I have moved back to South? Like, yes. Would I want to move right back onto my ends? I don't know. That's where the compromise comes in, innit? We can still be close, but we don't have to be right in it. But yeah, at the same time, I don't want to suggest something or put him on the spot, or even take him away from his setup right now, because he's staying with his brother, and so I don't want to get in the way of that, But still, why am I cutting off my nose and spiting my face? And when I want to see him and go and be with him. But again, as well, little things as well, which are big things, that annoy me, for when I make plans with him and he's not on time. And then, that does, because, like, come on now. A couple hours late and your test, Sometimes I feel like he has been trying to test me. I do. But then that's a little boy weighing him. But I love all that about him. Because he is my cutie. Not the cutie, he is my cutie. And there's me saying I could go Grenada and find my hubby. I don't actually want anyone else. I want my cutie. But can I trust him though? Can I trust you, cues? Because, like I said, the unseemliness when you're under the influence, it's not on. The same way you should know I'm out and about and not being unseemly or dancing up with anyone, or more so anyone that I've I was going to say been intimate with, but does it matter? No, you can still, I'm not got an issue that you've got friends, or friends that's exes, or friends that you was once fuck buddies with. I don't mind it, but don't be doing unseemly. Keep yourself to yourself, because I wouldn't do that, and I don't expect that. It's wrong. And that goes to both of them. It's no. No. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, what do I just, roll with it that we're all only human. And mistakes happen. or it comes down to, should I really just make that be the end of us? I don't know. Or do I want it to be the end of us? No, I don't. Or do I want him to come correct? Yes, I do. But I still need to be patient and have understanding and be, understanding and just give